Hi, welcome to my channel, Tapping the Chi, Longevity and Health, and my name is Terry. So today I'm going to talk about anxiety and emotions, especially with the holidays coming up. But I want to first show you and share with you some wonderful 3 herbal teas that help to calm you down. So the first one is very easy, and I'm sure a lot of you have heard of it. The first one, and this is the, they call them fetal because they're tiny little flower bulbs for the chrysanthemum flower. And they look like that. Okay, so that's the chrysanthemum flower. And the next one, by the way, which is nice, and I'm showing you a tea bag right now because you can buy these herbs loose, which I like a lot because sometimes I mix more than one herb together, or you can buy them in a tea bag. And this is the passion flower. That is very soothing, very nice herb. And the last one I found is my favorite. It's called HOP Hop Cone, C-O-N-E. And I think it has something to do with when they make hops in beer that what person would drink. But you're not going to get drunk on this, trust me. But it looks like that. So it's a bigger flower, as you can see. And again, you would make the boiling water and you would put it in. And it's wonderful, absolutely wonderful. So those are the herbs. And now I'd like to really talk to you about anxiety. And it's not just anxiety. It's a lot of other emotions that can play in with anxiety. So I'm doing this for the holidays because the holidays is really a tough time for a lot of people. What is anxiety? We all know what it is. Anxiety, it might be restless sleeping, you might wake up, you might be shaking your leg, your mind's wandering, you're not concentrating, you're not eating or you're overeating, and you're feeling anxious about something. Okay? And then you have grief. Something or somebody has died. Or you've lost a job. There's all kinds of grief besides a death. Fear. Oh my God, there are robberies going on. Something happened in the neighborhood. You're scared to walk down your block now. You're scared to come home at night or go to work. Car muggings, anything. Fear about going in for a procedure that you might be having. Fear about buying cars. Is it the right choice? Are they being honest with me? Trust issues has a lot to do with the anxiety too. And then of course you have anger. Oh my God, anger. You blow up, you get angry, your face gets red. We've all been there. We've all blown up with something. And sometimes it's not what we blow up about. There's something behind the anger. And many times we take the anger out on ourselves because it's not safe to be angry for whatever reason that is. And it could be a lot of things. It could be your belief system. It could be the model you had growing up. So we take it out on us, on ourselves. We overeat. That's how I can control it. I'm going to stuff it all down. Or I'm not going to eat. I'll show you I have control of something. Or we self-mutilate. We cut ourselves and we hide it behind long sleeves. Now, there's probably a lot of sadness and grief in that. There's probably a lot of anxiety connected to that too. And then there's joy. And then you say, well, what's with joy? Well, there's such a thing as being over-exuberant, over-joyful, to excessiveness. There's jealousy. Now, the amazing thing is, with all of these emotions, which are not good or bad, they just are. We all go through them. It's like having a coin. It's the head and tails of the coin. So the other part of that, the happiness, is to be balanced in it, to be happy for others, happy for yourselves. But you know that happiness is going to disappear and you're going to come to a low part. Don't forget that. Because life is about the changes in life. Nothing stays the same. And our real difficulty comes when we don't accept it and we fight it. It's the old saying, when you're going in the ocean and there's a hard current, they tell you, swim parallel to the current. I don't know if that still takes effects, but I know I always heard that. Don't fight it, because then you'll be taken under with the undertow. The current will just take you out further. So these things disappear. They disappear. We go through them and they change. All of a sudden you're all excited. You're getting married, you have the wedding plans going, and you're getting anxious. Is everything going to be okay? What if it's not okay? You don't sleep at night. You've got all this stuff to do for it. Sometimes there's anger because somebody's helping with the wedding and they're taking it over, and you didn't want to invite this one or invite that one, and you're disagreeing about it. And it builds and builds and builds, and your body is producing all this cortisones, and you're in a high state right now. So the sympathetic system has kicked in, and you're not calm by any means of the imagination, and you're petrified. And all of a sudden, the wedding comes. And you tie the knot, you make your vows, and you can release it and dance, and everything will take its course. The honeymoon, if there is one right after or later, and the excitement's there. But all of a sudden that excitement dissipates, and that exuberance and happiness and thrill starts to ease away. And sometimes after a big celebration, and it could be graduation, if you go to college and you graduate, once it's over, what do I do now? What do I do now? My life that I knew it is over. And you have to adapt to a new life. There's a lull. But then again, that starts to rise again as something else starts to happen. And that's life. That's life. So it's not good or bad. It just happens. We don't judge emotions. We work through them. We work with them, knowing that it's not going to be here forever. Nothing's forever. That I can promise you. But what happens when our body becomes stuck in something, we have all those hormones still running. They didn't shut off. Our body did not reset itself to a parasympathetic, calm, peaceful state where not everything is clicking inside. So when you're stuck in something and you're living in fear, for example, all the time, you don't trust anything. You're listening to every single sound. You're waking up in the middle of the night. You're hunched over. You're urinating a lot when you're scared. Sometimes you wet yourself too when you're scared. Night terrors. You internalize all this stuff. You're scared of everything. Well, that fear affects your kidneys. Totally. It's going to affect, knees might bother you. Maybe you're getting tinnitus, ringing on the ears. A lot of things are going to start to happen. Other things too. Let's talk about grief. And this is Chinese medicine now. So it's connected to an organ. Fear is connected to the kidneys. Grief is connected to the lungs. So with the lungs, you're and you can't breathe. You can't catch your breath, and you're all huddled in. If that's chronic and you haven't gone through the grieving state at whatever rate, everybody goes through at a different rate. But if you've held on to that grief and you haven't learned how to live with it, it's going to affect your breathing. It's going to affect your immune system. It affects so much. Okay? And it's going to start to affect the organs. So deep emotions that have a negative impact, that don't go away, that you haven't resolved on a deep level, very deep, is going to start to affect the organs. And Louise Hayes went into that years ago in the 60s and 70s. And I used to think, oh my God, she's crazy. What, I'm responsible because I'm angry? I'm responsible for this going on or that going on that's connected to that organ? Like, liver's a lot of is with the eyes. So it's my fault that I have conjunctivitis that I caught from somebody. It's my fault of this and that. No, come on. And then she has affirmation saying she was famous for. Well, she was very aware of Chinese medicine. I didn't know that then. And it's true. Now, whether you want to work with these emotions, and I suggest working with somebody that's really skilled in how to deal with it therapeutically. You can also use medical qigong to help release the emotions, help to release some of the symptoms and find the root cause behind it. So there are all ways to deal with it. From the herbs to calm yourself for the anxiety and qigong. So I am going to pause this for one moment. I'm going to pick it up. There'll be a blank spot. I'm going to teach you a qigong movement. As soon as we get done going through 3 acupressure points, very simple, and I have like 8 of them, but I'm going to give you 3 today. 1, third eye, little depression between the eyebrows. So make 9 circles. Breathe. Press it in as you breathe in. Hold your breath. Release. Again. Press. Hold. Release. One more time. Okay. Now, the crease on your wrist, place it right above the tip of your ear, against your head, on both sides, fingers on top. There's a point on the top of your head that connects up above to the energy above. Chinese medicine, we call it heaven. I'm not talking about a religious heaven, but the energy above. You're going to bring that scalp forwards and backwards, and don't put pressure on the heel of your palm. It's making contact with that point above the ear. Just go back and forth. You can make circles if you want. And go the other way. Press your third finger down and breathe in and release. Up and down 2 more times, and then bring your hands down. Next, take your hands. You're going to come up over the eyes, over your eyes, over the back of the head, down the side of your face, and down. Bring your hands down. Down right below the belly button. Breathe in, breathe out. Again, Up, over the eyes, behind the head, down the side of the face, and down. Hands down. One more time. And down. Take 3 breaths in your stomach. Exhale, compress the stomach in the exhalation. Take another breath in the stomach. Exhale through a small pinhole of the mouth. One more time. And exhale through the pinhole. And open your eyes. Good. Okay, so briefly, this is an extra point between the eyes that we did. And we're coming up meridians and energy in the face. There are nerves and meridians that run into the scalp, and we're combing it as we come back, going down here, which hits a lot of meridians, especially the stomach meridian. And then we come down, and it's acting on the vagus nerve, the largest nerve in your body. And then we're putting our hands down on the lower dantian. So the breathing technique to calm yourself is also breathing in on your inhalation, having a longer exhalation, and breathing out through a pinhole of the mouth is a cleansing breath that also helps to calm oneself. So I am going to pause for a minute, and then we're going to do a simple ancient Lama's qigong form, heavenly cloud hands. It's only 4 movements. That's also relaxing. Be right back. Hello. Okay, we're back. So, heavenly cloud hands, very simple. I'm going to show you what we do. Our hands come up at the elbows. As my hands start to come up towards the face, I turn the wrist, palms face out. That's the second movement. Reach up, open my palms is the third movement, and then lower the hands down. Okay? So the arms come up, bending at the elbow. As they come up, turn, they go all the way up, they come out, and then they come down. Okay? So, shoulder width apart, bend your knees a little, tuck your tailbone so it faces the ground. So you don't have your bum sticking out. You drop your tail facing the ground is what we call it. So it's nice and flat in the back, and your chin is back. So it's nice and flat behind the neck. That opens up certain energy points in the body. So the energy is going to flow better. Chin is back, tongue is on the roof of the mouth, which connects 2 vessels, a front vessel that runs up the front, and another extra vessel that runs all the way down the back. And we connect that like a loop by putting the tongue on the roof of the mouth. Okay? Are you ready? Breathe in, belly breath. Exhale. One, palms facing down. Exhale. Breathe in. Exhale. Breathe in. Exhale. Feel yourself sink. Breathe in. Feel yourself lift. Exhale. Breathe in. Drop your shoulders. Relax the shoulders. Exhale. Palms face out. Exhale up. Breathe in. Exhale down. Nice and slow. And now relax and just breathe. Feel the energy in the body. And open your eyes. Simple qigong practice. We did that. We did this and this and this. 3 acupressure points for anxiety. Talked about 3 wonderful teas to supplement it, and spoke about how it connects Eastern philosophy to the organs, and how emotions are neither good nor bad. Nothing stays forever. But when you're stuck in something, it will affect you. So try these things to help. I'm here for you. I thank you for visiting Longevity and Health, or Tapping the Chi. And again, my name is Terry, and thank you. I hope this helps you with anxiety. Bye-bye.